Kuro Neko desserts had not been trademarked, and that was like the first thing that I did.
Fate.
And I trademarked it, and I was like, well, whatever else like comes after her, that's cool, but like we got the name.
Welcome to Nerdlandia.
Welcome to Nerdlandia, where we are all about cozy fall treats. I'm your host, Emily Case Buskirk. Today, we're featuring Heidi of Kuro Neko Desserts, which I was immediately drawn to because the name means black cat and her business is all about traditional Japanese sweets. She talks about growing up around the Japanese community in Cuba, her experience being a part of Lincoln's Echo Collective, and the music she listens to when shaping confections like daifuku. Welcome to the podcast. I'm so excited to get to talk to you today.
Hello.
Tell us a little bit about your business.
I have a Japanese desserts business. I do a lot of different things. I started out with just like focusing on daifuku or like mochi.
Yeah, like stuffed mochi, right?
Yeah. And then it just kind of like took off because I just like went down like so many different rabbit holes of Japanese desserts that I'm like, oh my God. But at some point I had to like reel myself in because I was like, you have to just like focus.
Understandable. Yeah. Where did you like learn all the techniques and just all of the background and everything?
So it started off with me basically like reading recipes and reading about the techniques of how to do different things and then just like practicing a whole bunch. But then as it got further on, then I did start taking classes. So especially for the nerikiri making, I did take a beginner's course for that. And then I took a instructor's course. So I'm certified to give lessons.
That's awesome. Yeah, because I saw that you do like some workshops and stuff too, which is amazing.
Yeah. I was like so excited to like bring nerikiri making workshops because like, I don't know, it's just something so new and different.
Yeah, definitely.
To me, like the Japanese dessert world is just like so vast and there's so many new things and different things that like, it just makes me excited to like keep learning.
Yeah, absolutely. Was there anything that like sparked your interest initially?
I mean, it started because I've always like loved Japanese culture and I kind of grew up around the culture. And then I've also always loved baking and making things from scratch.
Yes.
And I've always been like that person that like tries a thing is like, I think this could be like, I don't know, better. Might as well just like learn how to make it myself. And then like,
yes, own it.
like, and I mean, like, it's not like with everything, obviously, but like, for example, like with me, it was like with like boxed mochi, I was like, this is like not the best thing ever. I've had fresh daifuku. I know what it's supposed to taste like.
Totally.
And so like, that's how that started.
Yeah.
I was like, there have got to be more people like me that are like, I really want some like daifuku, but I don't want to go like the boxed stores like stuff. Like,
yeah. Like you go to Trader Joe's and it's like,
yeah,
I don't know. It's just whatever.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I don't want it to sound like a snob though, because I'm legit like, yo, if I want a freaking like cupcake, I'm gonna go get a cupcake wherever the nearest cupcake is. Like,
for sure.
You know.
No, I get that. No, I totally know what you mean. I know that you're not like trying to like be like, oh, I'm better than this, but it's like you're passionate about it and you want it to be good.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I'm the same way. Like if I'm having some food, like I want the flavors to, to pop and for it to be like well made and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, you're not coming across as snobby at all. I totally get it.
That was like the beginning of it all. Just like wanting to offer something fresh to people. Cause I don't know. In my mind, I was like, there have got to be more people out there that feel that way, And then it became like, we can like not just only make the fresh stuff for people, but then like we can introduce people to things that they have never seen before.
Yeah.
And so then that's when like the curiosity and the excitement like really took over.
That totally makes sense. So you said you kind of grew up around it. Do you want to elaborate more on that?
Yeah. So I'm like originally from Cuba. I was born in Cuba, and I came to the United States when I was 10.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like a pretty large community of both Chinese and Japanese individuals in Cuba.
Yeah.
And I just kind of grew up around the culture.
Mm-hmm.
So we lived in this like island. Well, my parents were like finishing their like schooling stuff because they were doctors in Cuba.
Mm-hmm.
And so we lived in this island, and there was like a really large Japanese community.
Yeah.
And so I just kind of grew up around that. But then like also my dad had always been in the community. He did martial arts when he was younger. He like taught martial arts as well.
Oh my
gosh.
Like,
yeah. And like his teacher was like, well, his teachers and like his peers and stuff, there were like a lot of Japanese individuals. And so like,
so cool.
Just kind of grew up around it.
Yeah.
I didn't really like think about it. I don't know.
And then you came here and you're like, oh, I can't get those like fun little treats anymore.
Well, it was funny because like the food is like different there. I'm like, and by the time that I was like alive in Cuba, there was already like economical and financial distress in the country. Yeah. And so like you can't, I didn't get into like the dessert world until much later. Cause yeah, like even food was like different just again, because of the whole, like the country was like going downhill. I laugh about that because like you sometimes have to use like humor to like,
oh yeah.
So
understood.
Yeah.
Well, and then I was also going to ask, like, what year you kind of started Kuro Neko then?
I was obviously doing stuff for quite some time. But then when I finally took the step of, like, creating Kuro Neko, it's going to be 4 years. So whatever that is.
So 2021?
No, yeah, 2021.
Okay, yeah.
Because it was, like, right after the pandemic. Because during the pandemic, you sit there and you're like, you know, you might as well just do what you love because nothing is guaranteed. And then I was just like, let's do it. Like,
heck yes.
Because I always made like little jokes with my friends. I was like, I should just open up a dessert shop. I should just do this and that. And then like, I was just sitting there like, you should just do that. And like, I looked up like the name because I'd always been like obsessed with that name and saw that like, Kuro Neko desserts had not been trademarked, and that was like the first thing that I did.
Fate.
And I like, yeah, and I like trademarked it, and I was like, well, whatever else like comes after her, that's cool, but like we got the name.
Okay, and I'm too excited. I need to ask this now about like why you love that name, because I have a black cat, and it, you know, Kuro Neko means black cat. So what makes you drawn to that phrase?
So I've always had black cats in my life.
Yes.
Like when I lived in Cuba, I had black cats. When I moved here, it was like a few years like down the line, but then like a black cat found us in the rain.
Oh my gosh.
Like this thing that was like wet and scraggly. His name was Salem. He appeared in October. And I just remember I was in high school and I came home and I came home for lunch and I opened up the garage and I saw this like, you know, the telltales of like a water dish and a food dish. And I was like, there is a cat in here.
A cat is in our presence.
Yes. And then like, I saw him and I was like, welcome. And my dad was like, we're not keeping the cat. And I was like, well, you can like not keep the cat, but I'm keeping the cat.
Oh my gosh. And I swear my cat is walking over here right now. She knows.
Oh, mine are, I had to shut the door or else we would like not be having a nice conversation. They
yeah,
would be,
no,
like,
I get that.
in my face. But then after that, when I came to college, I had my two like main cats. There was like my black and white cat. And then a year later I got Glenn and she was like kind of an asshole to everybody but me.
Oh wow.
And she was like the cutest, fluffiest thing, but just had the worst attitude. But not to me though. And they were like, I couldn't like.
How does it feel? Like it's such a good feeling when you're like the chosen one, you know?
Yeah. I was like, you know what? This is great. Like she likes me and that's the person she has to like, you know?
Oh my gosh.
And then like my kid came along and then she was like, I suppose I like you too. And so 2 people were added to her list of people that were acceptable, but everybody else could just like disappear and she'd be fine.
That's amazing.
But Yeah, but she was with me for like almost 18 years. And so like she's kind of what inspired it, because on the
That's
outside
awesome.
she was this like super soft, velvety, plushy looking cat, but then on the inside she was just like rage. Like and I thought that was like a hilarious juxtaposition of like a fluffy, cute daifuku. But like, you know.
Yes. Ah, I love that comparison.
Yeah. But then the cat that I have now, his name is Lemmy, named after the Motorhead guy.
That's awesome.
And they're currently outside the door, probably beating each other up because they have been separated from their lifeline.
Okay, all the cat backstory is giving me life, so thank you. Okay, so another thing I was also going to ask about with your own backstory, I was wondering, were you part of the Echo Collective then?
Yes, I was. I
Okay,
did
awesome.
the 2024 cohort.
That's so cool. What was that experience like for you?
So Echo, how I would describe it to people, is a nonprofit that helps immigrant women to create their own business, open their own business, or if they already have a business, to like further work on their business. It was awesome because even though I had already like quote unquote established my business, there were so many things that like I still was kind of lacking in. My social media like presence was pathetic at best.
Hey, that happens to the best of us.
They really helped with like kind of loosening me up as far as like networking and reaching out to people.
Yeah,
That's just something that you don't learn anywhere, you know. Nobody
for
teaches
sure.
you that.
Mm-hmm.
And then also just like the relationships that I made were like awesome, because you know, all like women and we're all small business owners, and it was like not intimidating at all to step into that space, and that was like pretty awesome, because sometimes it can be kind of intimidating,
Right.
especially when you're kind of like starting out.
Right, right. It seems like it'll be, like you said, intimidating to kind of break into that, but where they have that kind of framework and a bunch of people are all going through it together, it's like you get to learn from each other and you get to, like, yeah, make those connections. Like, I've always really admired it.
And they have like so many different programs, because they have the entrepreneurship program, but then they also have like another program like teaching you about loans and how to apply for business loans.
Oh, wow.
And then there's like another, I think Kelly does like a specific one with people, and I forgot what the name is, but there's just like so many different things that like you can't really access anywhere else without like probably spending a lot of money.
Right, right.
But especially like the whole getting ready for a business loan thing, because that is like an incredibly intimidating process.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet. I'm like, we're still just like taking very baby steps on this. So like, we're just going to keep on taking the baby steps.
It's okay. But yeah, I mean, you know about it, you know, you have people you can ask questions. Like, those things are so huge.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, I really admire that organization. So I was really excited when I saw that you had a connection to that. So now that we have kind of some background on your business, I am so excited to learn more about Japanese desserts in particular. So I'll try not to pick your brain too much, but it's so fascinating, just even the little bit I've learned so far. First and foremost, I know seasonality is an important part of Japanese culture. So how do you see that showing up in the desserts then?
In so many different ways. Seasonality is funny, or like in Japanese culture, and you can see it everywhere, from like desserts to like another thing that I'm incredibly passionate about is kimono.
Ooh.
And everything is like you're a season ahead, and you can see it everywhere. For example, in the winter time, it's like I'm going to use words like acceptable, but it's not like it's forbidden otherwise. It's just like, especially when it comes to like the tea ceremony world, where it's like a little bit more formal. In like late winter, you start seeing plum blossoms in desserts, especially like nerikiri and stuff. And that's like a way of like welcoming spring, because the plum blossom is like the first one to bloom. When you're like in the middle of winter, the flowers that are represented are like the camellia or the winter peony. There's specific desserts that are only for like certain months. So there's like for January, it's hanabira mochi, and it's like a mochi like circle, and it has a root and then like miso paste, and then it has like, it's white mochi and like round, and then a smaller red one, and then everything gets folded over so it looks like a flower petal, and that's like a New Year's Eve one. But again, that's like welcoming spring. And so a lot of the things, it's like, you know, spring is just around the corner.
Right.
Same like another nerikiri that's like very popular in like January, February. It's the warbler. It's like a little bird, because that's also like the first songbird that comes in for like welcoming spring.
So cute.
And then like when you're deep in spring, there's like cherry blossoms. So it's like sakura everything. There's like the sakura mochi, which is the one with like the pickled cherry blossom like petal on top. Sakura nerikiri. Rakugan, which is like a dried dessert. There's also like sakura of that. In the fall, there's like pampas grass, like motifs on nerikiri. Some flavors that start coming in is like sweet potato paste and chestnut paste. There's maple leaf like shaped manju, which is like a little stuffed bun. So seasonality is very important. There's desserts for every single season. There's actually, and I forgot about it, but there's like the 4 things of like what desserts in Japan should have, and one of like the important things is like the season that it belongs in. And so, and in between the seasons, there's also like different festivals and holidays that also get depicted on the desserts. So it's just like an incredibly fascinating world to me.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And I think I've even seen that Japan kind of has what people call it micro seasons almost, where it's like just based on maybe the plants and produce that's available or things like that. Like it's very intricate.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I think it's really fascinating to be that like tied to the like natural world and to like the things that like the earth give you, you know?
Oh, totally.
And so I think it's really awesome.
I know. I feel like I see some of that in Nebraska, but maybe not as detailed. But I definitely see like a lot of excitement around seasonal things. And I mean, right now, as we're recording, it's like end of August, and I'm super duper excited for fall. So
yeah,
I think I don't know. I do feel like people like look forward to the things that the different seasons bring. And I mean, not that I'm saying it's like the same, just saying I guess I see like sort of an analogous kind of approach almost.
Yeah. One thing that's been fun is to kind of take that approach of like seasonality, but instead of using just solely like Japanese flowers or this or that, like use, you know, things around, or like shift when a certain flower blooms. You know, for them, like winter peonies in winter, but we don't have any like winter flowers. But we do have them earlier. So like sometimes I'll make those earlier. And so it's been kind of fun to shift some of those things and like apply like where I live.
Yeah.
To like the desserts. And so that has been kind of interesting and super fun to like make that adaptation.
Yeah. No, that's really cool to think about. Kind of just like the melding. I guess, are there any examples you can think of where you do that?
There was one in particular when I was talking to my teacher, like the difference in when like morning glories bloom for them versus here. And I forgot when I think their morning glories like bloom earlier. And so like they would like show them earlier, whereas here it's like they bloom later in the summertime.
Makes sense.
Like much later. And so like that was kind of fun. But then things like Halloween, I see that more as like an American holiday that
Totally.
like other people have just kind of like adopted because it's like super fun.
Yeah.
Like to me, Halloween is like super fun. It's like my favorite holiday ever. So like that's another thing that I like in my nerikiri and stuff. Like I'll do like Halloween motifs and Halloween things. So that's another way that I've done it.
Do you have any like black cat ones?
I do, actually.
I was gonna say, if you like love Halloween and this is the name of your business, like
yes, I have one that's like a purple nerikiri and it has like a yellow moon with like a bat on it and then a black cat. It's like the cutest
so
thing.
cute. That's amazing. Thanks for providing all that amazing context. I was also wondering about the role of nerikiri in matcha tea ceremony. I know that they're like really closely entwined.
So nerikiri is usually served during the tea ceremony, and it serves to me it serves two different purposes. Like the first purpose is to tie the participant to like the natural world. Because when you're doing nerikiri for a tea ceremony, that is when like all the formalities like are on point. Like, the dessert has to be like the flavor and like the seasonal flower, and it has, so to me it's like a way for like the participant to sit with that and like kind of like experience nature, not just like outside but also inside. But then it also serves a more practical, like matcha can sometimes have very like astringent or like a slight bitterness to it. And nerikiri has a very like mild sweetness to it. So usually once, the matcha is like served, you'll eat the nerikiri and then you will drink the matcha, because then it like mellows out the bitterness and the astringency. And so they just really complement each other.
Yeah, they kind of balance each other out.
Yeah.
I definitely need to come to one of your classes. That's on my list. I'm so fascinated, and it seems like you have so much awesome knowledge to share. So yes, thank you for sharing some of that here for free with listeners.
For sure.
Are there any regions or cities in Japan that inspire you particularly?
A place that I hope to go to next time I'm there is, and like it inspires me, but just because like to me it just seems like such a mystical place, and this is gonna sound funny, because like Hokkaido, because I have this thing about a coastal place that has like 4 seasons, but mainly like a harsh winter. Because to me, like the ocean in wintertime is something that I haven't experienced yet, and like for some odd reason, I'm just stuck on that. I'm like, I have to see this. Like, I have to go and experience this, because to me, that's just like peak.
Sounds
like,
intense.
I feel like, I feel like when I like that, like everything is just gonna like make sense. I don't know why.
Yeah. I think you have to follow your instinct there. Like, yeah, there's some inspiration to be found.
Yeah. But then like, as far as like places that I've been, and this is probably going to sound basic as hell, but I don't care. But like Tokyo, because it was like all the things, a mixture of like frantic, but then also like pockets of like traditional things in places. There, we like took a walk one time, like park, and like we just saw this like tiny little shrine in a corner, like, and that's Tokyo. It's like flashing neon lights, tiny little shrine in the corner. In the same subway car, you could see like a sumo wrestler, a person wearing kimono, but then like people wearing like the modern streetwear, like all together.
Yeah, just like kind of these unexpected combinations.
That to me is inspiring, because it's just like all the things just like in your face, and you're just like taking it all in. I thought it was great.
But also, aren't the subways like quiet? That's what I've heard, and I'm like, man, that sounds really nice.
Yes, and it was very nice. Like, I wasn't even like coming like anywhere from work. Like, hell, I was on vacation, and I was like, I really needed this right now.
I just needed a sensory break. I just needed to zone out, and it just sounds like perfection to me, honestly.
It was. So I don't know. I honestly, and maybe it's just like depending on like people's personalities, but like I honestly don't know why like a lot of people take issue with that. And like most of the commentaries that you like see people that they're like, you had to be quiet on the subway, and I'm like, well, what would you even talk about? Like, what do you have to say? Like, why wouldn't you be quiet? Like, it makes no sense to me that you would even like be talking,
But yeah, no, that's like really cool that you've gotten to go. I definitely want to go. My sister's actually studied Japanese for numerous years and is like really, really good at speaking it. So I'm hoping to go with her so she can like help us get around, and I don't need to, she can do the heavy lifting for that. That's fine with me.
Nice. It's always nice to have someone. I'm taking classes right now, but I'm nowhere near like conversational. but it was still nice to at least be able to like say a few things.
Yeah, no, totally.
And like understand things.
I would definitely, I mean, I know like a few phrases and it's like, it's nice to get to use those things, but it's different from like being able to actually communicate too, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
Do you have any particular favorite flavors when it comes to Japanese desserts?
So as far as daifuku, my favorites are strawberry and yuzu. But I'm just like, I love yuzu.
Yuzu is amazing.
It's such a great flavor profile. I just love red bean paste.
Yes.
And I love, so in the wintertime, I make senzai, which is like sweet red bean paste soup with mochi in it.
Oh my gosh.
And it's like so warming and just sweet. And the mochi is like squishy and melty inside of it. And like the best for winter, in my opinion.
That sounds so comforting.
It's so
like
comforting.
I've made like some Japanese curry, but yeah, I haven't tried that soup and that sounds really, really good. So if you have any recipes, please send them my way.
Yeah. And I will actually, so I am hoping to have it available when I do the winter farmers market.
Oh, heck yes.
Not farmers market, like the winter market that West Buffalo puts on. Yeah. I'm hoping to have that though, which I'm like super pumped about because again, it's like one of my favorite things. So I'm like really hoping that like other people also found it like delicious.
Oh, it sounds so good. I mean, especially in like colder weather. Like, I mean, I'm already like ready to be in soup mode. Like, I'm planning to make some soup next week. I'm like, welcome soup season. We're almost here. We're basically here.
I know. I'm like super excited for that too. I'm also like, I have a kotatsu and I'm totally like ready to just like bust it out.
For people who might not know, the kotatsu is like a blanket that goes around tables in Japan.
Yeah, so it's like a heated table.
That's a better way to describe it.
Yeah, and you put and it's not just like, it's like a ridiculous, like gigantic, thick blanket that just like holds in heat.
Like, what's the moment? Is there like a certain event that happens that you're like, okay, it's time for the kotatsu? Or is it like a certain day?
October. Just October.
Okay.
When October happens, I don't care what's going on outside. That's getting changed and it's getting turned like,
yes,
because you have to do like this whole thing. Like, so October is it. I don't care. It could be like still 80 outside. We have a good time. Like,
but inside we're cranking up the AC. We're getting cozy. I can't say I've experienced one in person, but it looks cozy as hell. And I'm very happy for you.
Yeah, the best thing I have ever purchased in my life, probably. There are so many naps I get taken in the, like underneath that table.
Yes, perfection. Okay, speaking of culture, I also wanted to ask you about music. So on your, I guess to provide some context, on your link tree, you have this Kuro Neko Jams out with all this awesome music. So are there any artists or songs or albums that you're inspired by right now?
I have to say, like, my favorite artist for a while has been Eve. It's like,
ooh, yeah.
EVE. He is just like amazing. And I just like, every time he puts something out, it's just like always so good. And I can't get enough. And then Keiju is another one that like, he does like kind of like R&B, like hip hop type stuff.
Ooh, okay. I'll have to check that one out.
This is going to sound funny. There's their name is like hilarious. It's called Creepy Nuts.
Oh, yes. I do love, because they did the Dun Dun theme song, right?
Yes.
I think, oh man, that song is my jam.
Yeah. So like, and they have a new one they put out. It's called Mirage. And it's like so freaking good. And I've used it several times.
Amazing.
Yeah. But I freaking love Creepy Nuts. And it's really funny because that's like...
Okay, yeah, less recent, but the Chainsaw Man music, like all of that, I still like rock out to that, and so good. Okay, so you've kind of alluded to some places that people can find you. Are there any upcoming events that you want people to know about or anything else?
On the 15th of September, Echo is actually doing like a sweets studio night. I think it's part of... there's like a name for this like week where they just like introduce people to like the immigrant community. But so they're putting this event on, and there's going to be several of us doing workshops on how to do like different things.
Cool.
So I'll be doing a workshop on how to do nerikiri. Someone else is doing like cake decorating. Another person's doing like the Mexican Jello, like the decorating part of it and stuff. And then another person's doing cookies, but it's like a family recipe. And
That's
so,
cool.
And you can find tickets on the Echo website or like their bio. And I'm pretty pumped about that because that's going to be super fun.
Yeah, that sounds really, really cool. Just a way to get to
Yeah.
learn about a bunch of things that you might not get to learn about otherwise.
Yeah. And then I'm putting on my own workshop in October 18th, but that's like way down the line. But that's also like, it has already been scheduled and you can get tickets already. So
Nice. Okay, yes. With that, we are entering into the recurring ending segment. What is your favorite thing of the moment, Heidi?
my favorite thing at the moment.
And I can go first.
Yeah.
So my favorite thing of the moment is the King of the Hill reboot. It was absolutely delightful. It's a perfect combination of like nostalgia with, new, taking a 2025 approach. I thought they did an amazing job. And I've also really enjoyed the internet memes and discourse that stemmed from it. And I hope and think that they will provide some upcoming seasons. I guess we'll see. But yeah, I just really appreciated that.
I can't say I ever quite got into that show.
I understand. I kind of watched it as a kid, like not really. But yeah, when I heard that theme song again, I was like, oh yeah, it's all coming back.
For me, and it might not be like current, but it's current to me.
Yes, that's all that matters.
It's an anime called The Villain's Day Off.
I've not heard of that one.
He is like obsessed with going to see pandas on his day off from being a villain. And like he just thinks they're like the cutest things. And the whole show just like revolves around this obsession with pandas.
Oh my gosh.
And it's like so wholesome and great and very much welcome to have that reprieve.
Oh,
from, like,
yes. When you can find a
reality.
cozy show, it's the best.
God, yeah. Yeah, and that pretty much is like super. We've gotten like over halfway point, so now we're just like, oh, we can't, like, there's only one season, so we can't finish it. So now we're going like real slow, like the episode.
You're like savoring.
Yeah, we have like several shows. Like my kid and I have several shows like that. There's like a show that there's like one episode left, but he's just like, no. And I'm like, okay.
I'm not
like,
ready to say goodbye.
Yeah, like once we finish it, it's like done. So we're just like stuck on like episode 12 like forever.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, especially if there's not another season to look forward to. It's like, yeah, why would I end this and be stuck in TV show limbo? So
yeah, which is kind of a bummer, but I'm like, so it's fine.
That sounds amazing though. Is it at Crunchyroll or where do you watch it?
Yeah, on Crunchyroll.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you so much for chatting today.
Yeah,
I am so excited to try more of your desserts and hopefully see you at an event soon.
Yeah, hope to see you.
I love that Heidi is sharing her creativity and knowledge with Lincoln in such a unique way. If you live nearby, you can also get her desserts at Snack Corner, but the day I tried to go, it was already sold out. Fortunately, I had more success getting some from the downtown farmers market. Let me know if you've tried Kuro Neko and what your favorite flavors are. And that's it for this episode of Nerdlandia. Tune in next month for a conversation with Tori, the owner of Sower Books. See you then. Nerdlandia is hosted, produced, and edited by Emily Case Buskirk. Theme song and ending credit music by Keith West. Cover art by Ellen Stubbings. Additional music from Pixabay.
Especially like in the modern like Medikiri world, things have really like, they're kind of insane. Like there's some like incredible wagashi artists. I can hear your cat.
My cat's meowing at me.
That's awesome.